Okay, first of all I need to say there isn't an HDMI output on the JXD 5800. I think I got that right. So unfortunately I haven't got a cameraman today. That's been why this video has been delayed, because I wanted someone doing the camera work, because it's very awkward getting doing a video on your own when I haven't got the HDMI output where I just set the camera onto the screen, because I want to show you visually what this machine is about. What I'm going to do first is go over the cosmetics of the machine, the button layout, etc. If you have had a JXD S5800, then the button layout's exactly the same, just everything's miniaturized, which is cool actually. The joysticks are small, the screen's smaller, it's 5" rather than 7". It feels more solid. It's a bit squeaky there, but it is actually quite a solid machine. The touch screen is very good. The brightness of the screen is very good, and I haven't actually got it set to that bright to save on gas, as you could say. So brilliant screen again, because the S5800 was a great screen as well, in my opinion. This improves on it, even though the resolution is smaller. The resolution of the S5800 was 1200 by 800, or is 1200 by 800, but obviously that's a 7" screen. This is 960 by 540, which isn't far off actually. Well, it is, but it's virtually the same as the Vita resolution, which is again 960, and rather than 540 it's 544 on the Vita. So there you go. This comes with 3G built in, so if you were to buy a Vita with 3G and 8GB on board, which I'm not sure you can, with a 3G model of a Vita Wi-Fi, you're looking at possibly, well, over 150 quid. You're probably looking at 200 quid, and you don't have a telephone. It's got 1GB of memory on board, which is DDR2. The Vita has 512MB on board. The S5800 has 2GB on board, which is DDR3. So it's faster memory than the S5800, and it's double the memory, which is one of the reasons why it drains so much power. The battery doesn't last as long. The battery on this lasts a lot longer, which is, I think, the important thing, because it can still run graphic heavy games perfectly. This has got GPS, Bluetooth support. For example, I've done a review of some headphones recently, surround sound headphones. This not only picked up the name of the headphones, it actually realised they were headphones, muted the sound on the machine, and I just got the sound through the headphones, and the sound was brilliant. The speakers on here are really loud, and they're acceptable. They're good. It's proper stereo sound. The camera on this is 5MP rear camera. It's got a front camera 0.3, I believe, which is pretty standard. The S5800 was a 2MP camera, so this is a far superior camera on this one. It is advertised as with 16 emulators, basically happy chick, but it's not so happy now, happy chick. In fact, it's grumpy chick in my opinion. It's pretty much useless. Not as I'll get onto it shortly, but I'll just say it's not as stable, not as user friendly. It's got problems. Happy chick now. one of the downsides to this is because the screen's smaller, the actual icons and that can look a bit more cluttered than they did on the S5800. I could be wrong because I haven't got the S5800 with us to compare it now. I actually sold that and bought this instead. A big thing about this is the actual telephone, because it is actually a very good telephone. Set up your Google contacts and they just transfer to this perfectly. Take pictures of your friends when you see them next, associated with a phone number, and Google will spread that to your Android phone if you've got one, and your contacts on your PC for Skype possibly. Happy Chick, going back to that, it basically stopped working when I reset the system. There was a problem with the partitions of the memory on this. It's got 8 gig, advertised as 8 gig space, but I couldn't actually find 8 gig, and I still can't. 1.5 gig is all I can see, and that's taken up by system files. Basically files that are required for when you do a reset. So basically, get yourself a 32 gigabyte card. It's a bit of a rip off that, and it's a bad point of this. If someone can tell us if I'm doing something wrong, I would like the advice, but basically you need to buy a 32 gig micro SD card when you order this. What the system cleverly does is automatically set the SD card to the default installation directory for everything. So anything you download from a Google store or any emulator you mess about with, it'll all get stored on the memory card. If someone can confirm that a 64 gig micro SD card can work on this, I would be grateful, and I'm sure other people would. You could get working on the S5800, but I'm yet to tamper to try it on this. But I would be very grateful if someone could confirm that this can take a 64 gig micro SD card. Like I say, Happy Chick stopped working when I done the reset. When I installed Happy Chick again from the Play Store, Happy Chick doesn't allow you to download files, the new version. There is a way around this, and I'm going to do a short separate video to show you. But I'm tending to sway away from Happy Chick now because of this, and I just download emulators separately. Sometimes I pay for them because the paid emulators tend to be much better and they only cost like £2, and I'm happy to support people who program brilliant emulators. Internally, the CPU is an ARM Cortex-A7. The S5800 was an ARM Cortex-A9. The Apple Air, the Apple iPad Air is an A7, but I'm not sure if it's the same processor or not. It's got similar performance to the A9. Obviously it doesn't take up as much power. It's just running at 1.3 gigahertz. I think the S5800 was running at 1.6, but I'll have to double check. So it's got 4 A7 processors in it. It's quad core. It's the most efficient CPU JXD, ARM have ever produced to date, and it'll be used for many smartphones and tablets in the future. One charge of this is like 2 charges of an S5800 power wise, because it's so efficient. Let's just play a game. This is this is one emulator I've downloaded. I didn't pay for, but I might buy the paid version because it's that good. Super GNES, so GNES, and this is light. Basically, stick some emulators. I've done a video showing you how to download then transfer emulators onto a micro SD card. Get them on your micro SD card, the games you want for your Super Nintendo. This little beauty of an emulator will actually search the whole micro SD card to find the games that are compatible with the Super Nintendo, and it'll give you a lovely image next to all of them. And it's brilliant. Justice League Task Force, I haven't played that. Obviously you can stretch the screen and everything. I like keeping the screen as it is. Sunsoft, they've done some terrible games. But it's Blizzard. Oh right. Oh, this could be a gem. Task Force. Let's see what happens on this. I think I'll be... Well, I want to be Batman. Who doesn't want to be Batman? All that cash lying about, dressing up in tights, I mean, it must be fantastic. Yeah, one-on-one fighter. So, yesteryears, Injustice, Gods Amongst Us, which is a terrific current gen game. Emulation is perfect. I'm going to buy the full version of this GNES because I want to support the developer. He or she has done a brilliant job on that. Another emulator, this one I paid for, ePSXe, is a PlayStation emulator. Again, this gives you pictures of the games, which I love that touch because I like seeing artwork. There's a little trick to get this to work, which I will show you in that little video I'm going to cover with Hdmi. Now this, I had problems with the Hdmi emulator. The PlayStation emulator that came with Hdmi had a lot of tearing on it. Had a lot of tearing on it on Chrono Cross when I was using on the S5800. It's perfect emulation on this, and I paid £2.37 for the emulator. I think the developer deserves the money for that. If you watch my S5800 review, you'll see what I mean, because there's a bit of tearing. PlayStation 1 game this, and this is a classic. If you go on holiday, it is essential to take the S5800 with you. Used as a telephone and your game system. Instead of a bag full of handhelds and your telephone, you just need to take this. Just remember to charge it overnight. There. No screen tearing. If you watch me video For the S5800, you'll see some screen tearing on that game. The telephone, I've been using it for days. Here it is. My contacts, I've got pictures on there. I've actually done this video a couple of times with camera problems, so I'm giving up how to ring actually. Oh god, I was going to ring Bartley's Bank, but let's ring Coffee Space. Good evening. What time are you open till, mate?
What time are you feeling off?
Up to 12 o'clock?
After 12 o'clock?
No, up to 12 o'clock.
Well, let's do 12 o'clock. What time would you like to come?
No, this is for takeaway. It will be delivered.
Takeaway, you can order after quarter to 12?
Up to quarter to 12.
Yeah.
That's excellent. Thanks very much. Right, so that was Coffee Space. And that was an excellent reception, was it not? Voicemail. I'm going to make me mate famous. I hope this. Oh, what have I done? Right. Speaker. Like I say, I always use speaker on mobile phones. This is one of my best mates.
Neil, give me a call back. Hopefully we'll get touch base with one another. Okay, take care. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.
Cheers, buddy. Right. I'll be giving him a ring back, don't worry. Right, so this has actually got a better battery than an iPhone 5 for phone calls, which I'll just push in there. There's a video I've done, I'm not sure if I've already mentioned this, I think I have, which shows you how to download ROMs, then transfer them on the micro SD card. Again, when I plugged this S5800 in my PC, it didn't get recognised on Windows 8.1. But if you put your micro SD card on your PC and transfer ROMs manually, which I've done a video for, which shows you how to do it, then put the memory card in here, you'll be fine. Okay, this actually comes with an EU and a Japanese power plug. So the first thing I'd done after I ordered this was buy a USB plug, basically, which has got USB sockets on that plugs into the wall, because this is a standard 5V charger. So whichever country you're in, you can buy one of them. Not a problem. They're about £10, if not cheaper. And obviously you want to buy a memory card as soon as you order one of these, if you get one. Disk partition I mentioned, that's the biggest problem with this, but it's easily sorted because you would use your memory card anyway. Basically, once you've sorted out the apps on here, I'm going to list the best ones I've downloaded. It does become the best, other than the Nvidia Shield, because of its PC streaming. If you're not using that for PC streaming, the Nvidia Shield, then this is better than it. It's lighter, it can be used as a phone very easily, and it's a very good phone. It's just a better handheld in my opinion. The screen seems bigger as well, but it's not. It's the Nvidia Shield. in my opinion, it's got a better screen than the Shield. It's brighter, and obviously it's much lighter, like I've just said. But the Shield, you need a Nvidia 650 GTX graphics card minimum to actually do PC streaming, and that's not a very good card anyway. So it's still an amazing handheld if you've got the minimum spec. But just for Android games, this is the best on the market now. Not just for the gaming, but because of the, I think it's just a quality thing to own. And the phone is more than a bonus. So that about covers everything. Like I say, if someone can confirm if you can put a 64 gig card in the machine, I will be very grateful. And I'm just gonna play a Android game which is graphically quite impressive, along the lines of the Vita anyway. This is a Fault 8 driving game. I'm not the best at drivers, but just to give you an idea. Nice, the rock business. Yeah, this is high detail, smooth as a baby's arse. It's like Burnout, actually. Way! Oh, yeah. You don't get any Android games with the 5800, by the way. You got two with the 7800. This is one I bought. And that's that. Hope you enjoyed the video. Sorry about not being able to give you a clearer image of the icons, etc., because it hasn't got the HDMI output. But I hope you've learned a lot to nudge you towards either not buying it or buying it. I bought it from a company called Two Guys from UK. They're an eBay company who ship to the US, the EU, Australia, and free shipping within the UK, and the item cost £105. I'm going to put the name in the description in case anyone's interested. The delivery was spot on for me. The communications are spot on. They're really good people to deal with, so I recommend them if you're looking to get one of these, because it's not as easy to get as the S5800 was. But thanks for watching. Any questions, please ask. Any answers, please give. Thanks.
And in the words of AC/DC, we rolled tonight.